Should the oblique kick be illegal? I saw this post mentioning Khalil Roundtree and saying how he's the only fighter in UFC history with a KO, TKO coming from an oblique kick. For those that don't know, the oblique kick is where you use your front leg and you essentially stomp on the knee of your opponent, the front leg knee of your opponent, and the goal is to basically hyperextend their knee and tear all of their ligaments. So ACL, MCL, LCL, all of it, your patella tendon, all of it. You want to completely ruin that person's knee. That's essentially what you're doing. John Jones made this move famous. Rampage Jackson till this day does not walk the same way as he once did, and he says John Jones is a dirty fighter because of it. Many people agree, many people disagree, and I feel like the disagreement comes where we talk about banning the move. That's the big question. Should the move be banned? Many people say yes because of that, because it's not, if we're talking about fighter safety, right? If we're talking about fighter safety, like you guys like to talk about, this move is inherently dangerous to fighter safety and it causes injury. It's not just a knockout, where I suppose we don't see the effects of the injury until later in life. This is something that we see right away, so it's more urgent to us, I guess. Maybe that's what it is. But, this is something that causes injury and all things like that. But at the same time, my friends, a flying knee to the head top. Look at Mike Perry. He ate that knee from Vicente Luque. His nose ain't ever been the same. You get what I'm saying? He lost the nose damn near, He ain't lose a nose. He still has a nose, but that shit needed a lot of reconstruction. And, I'm sure, it took him a while to get used to getting hit in it again. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot that comes with the shots, too. Like, a flying knee, a head kick. Some people get head kicked and they're never the same, I don't even want to say it, but brain swelling, brain bleeding. There's a bunch of stuff that we may not see in the moment. CTE, there's stuff that we may not see in the moment. So we think, oh, it's fine. All we see is the fighter get up after being on the ground for a bit. They get up and they're fine. They're not screaming in agony the way that this is. I mean, look at him down here, man. The guy's holding on to his knee. Like, oh my God, my knee is bent. All this stuff. And it's visceral. It's immediate. It's something that you see right away. And I think that's what leads people to really have a disgust towards it, as opposed to a flying knee knockout or any type of knockout. A big right hand does damage too. Some people are never the same after, getting knocked out really bad. Michael Bisping, for example, when he got knocked out versus Dan Henderson. Now, Michael Bisping's the exception. Michael Bisping's the exception of a mentally tough guy that's able to turn the page and able to forget about it and move on to the next play, on to the next fight, and get the job done and leave that behind him. But a lot of people aren't. Most people aren't. Most people, that kind of a knockout, go watch it. That kind of a knockout is a fight career ender, changer. That's a wake-up call. That's something where people are like, fuck this shit, bro. I don't want to do that again. This is stupid. You know what I mean? So should it be banned? I'm going to say no. It shouldn't be banned because of it just is what it is. You know what I mean? The idea of fighter safety, the idea of banning moves. What are we going to ban next? Are we going to ban a punch to the face? Or are we going to ban a knee to the face, an elbow to the, right here? Cut someone open? What are we going to do next? How far are we going to go with this? Are we going to ban Kimuras just because someone could put someone in a Kimura and crank it and, or are we going to insert certain rules? Maybe that's what needs to be used. Maybe certain rule changes could be used into effect, because me personally, I would not like it if people started cranking submissions. I believe if you have a submission, I like the Khabib way of things. I like the way Khabib, when he has an arm, he doesn't just crank it and rip it out of its socket. He cranks it and he goes little by little by little, and he gives you enough time to tap, and he graciously lets you tap. And if you don't tap, you know, he's gonna have to do something he doesn't want to do. Please tap, please tap. You know, Michael Johnson, I'm looking at you. And if you don't, hopefully the referee saves you from your stupidity. You get what I'm saying? Because you're going to get your shit broken. In that case, okay, fine. But you got to give the guy a chance to tap. This doesn't give a guy a chance to tap at all. But neither does a flying knee. So I get the point, you know what I mean? Neither does a body kick. If I throw a really hard body kick, Edson Barbosa turning side kick, right? And I break your floating rib, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. So, I'm obviously against banning it. You cannot ban the move. You do, however, have to find somewhere. I mean, there's got to be somewhere where someone talks about the ways to defend it. I've seen Daniel Cormier defend it by just, you know, lifting his leg up and lifting it backwards. People move laterally instead of forward motion. When you're moving forward, the whole point is to kick that leg out and hyperextend it, right? That's the whole point. But if you're moving laterally, it's kind of hard to track it, you know? And if you miss, you're going to be off at an angle and liable to be countered. So there's a lot of things that goes with it. Work on the defense to it. Don't just be a sitting duck like this guy was. Dawkins, I believe is his name. Don't just be a sitting duck and not have any defense for it, because then you'll get exploited and then this will happen to you. You know what I'm saying? It's a rough sport. This is MMA. This is combat sports, bro. This is not for the weak. This is for, you know, it's go time. When you step in there, it's go time. Your life is on the line. It really is. And you can't ban the move. That's my take. Let me know if you agree, disagree. It does not matter. Just join the discussion and please follow for more. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, double tap, leave a heart, whatever you could do. I appreciate it. Thank you. You are appreciated.